Welcome back, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, to the super, not funny show, reviews. And today I'm reviewing Quantum Leap, episode 16, and it's entitled Been Interrupted. Coming to you from NBC, streaming on Peacock. So, what did I think about it, and should you be watching? And before we get into the review, get down there, hit like on this video. Well, I would call this episode the Arkham Asylum episode, where we find Ben getting admitted to a psychiatric hospital in the 50s. What a horrible time to be admitted to any kind of psychiatric institution. And he's there on a mission. He's a private eye. He's trying to break out one of the inmates at this asylum. And in order to do so, he's got to basically outwit the entire system, a sadistic system, if you will, of a doctor who is using this facility that doesn't have a lot of oversight as a way to, surgically experiment on psych patients. If he doesn't want to end up with a lobotomy, he's kind of got to, keep it together. And so that's what's going on that's what's going on in his leap. But also he realizes that there is the other leaper is there, the bad guy leaper, and that leads them to go and talk to Janice. Actually, it leads Janice to bring them to her, because she realizes that this is a specific leap, and that I guess their leaps are coinciding, and that this is the last chance to stop the evil leaper before they finish whatever their master plan is. Which is I'm like weirded out, like, how the heck did y'all know that you only had 3 chances to stop this guy? But apparently Ziggy knows. And so what we end up here is, the evil leaper gets into the body of a person who has a lot of power in the facility. But it turns out that we were wondering, like, oh, is he a bad guy? What's he trying to do? Actually, he's not trying to stop Ben. He's actually trying to keep Ben. I guess. Now I don't want to say keep Ben, but I guess he wants Ben to succeed, to continue to move forward. I guess that's the better way to say it. And so, some aspects of this episode are really, can we trust this guy? Can we really trust him to get it? Get us to see through to the end? Because we know for sure he's, a special ops soldier that will kill to achieve its objective. But also, of course, Ben wants to help, as he always does. So we get they're very fun, but there's some silliness to this episode too. Like, this is supposed to be a very dark episode, and let's admit it is. The doctor's doing experimentation, clearly sadistic, also doing lobotomies because reasons, I guess because women are hysterical. There's a bit of talk about the use of psych hospitals as a way to sort of get rid of, because this is in Boston, to get rid of a woman so that marriage can be annulled or whatever like that. Really weird and not cool stuff, related to that. And also just, the way, the sort of barbaric way they were treating the patients at the time. But what kind of threw me in a few places on this episode is, this doesn't happen often in this show, but kind of plot conveniences that are sort of thrown in, things that just annoy me in general about movies or TV shows, and the way that they have surprise, pop up bad guys that catch our heroes red-handed in the act. And it literally makes no sense, because there should be no reason why, if you're in a closed room with the door closed, that you should get snuck up on by anybody. Like, who's in there, who's getting in and out of that room without making some kind of noise. And it happens not once but twice in a scene. Once with the evil leaper showing up, and then another time with, I guess, the orderlies and the doctor sort of coming in and catching them all out. Like, no one hears the door turn, they don't lock it or anything. It's just like weird stuff like that. That it feels like it's a convenience rather than something that logically follows from what's happening. And of course, this leads to, because Ben has all this, has his future information, and he realizes he has to, trust the guy, trust the evil leaper, and I think it's Martinez, and so he and Martinez more or less, affect and escape, and thanks to Ziggy, they have a way out and everything like that. I mean, it's all fun, it's all cool. I like it, but it didn't blow me away. I think though that the part that really kind of elevates this episode a little more is like at the end when they do end up helping the woman escape and everything. And you kind of see the difference between Martinez and Ben in that Ben doesn't he's still not thinking like about the tactical situation or who he's really working with. He sort of was, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, but he's still an enemy. So when he ultimately ends up getting, backstabbed almost literally and left for dead, it is a bit of a surprise, but it's not a huge surprise, but it's a bit of a surprise, but also, again, reveals that Ben, maybe has a blind spot, trusting way too easily. But it does give Addison a really great moment of being the voice on the other end of the comms that, pushes the soldiers on past, maybe their point where they would quit, just so she could save Ben's life so that he doesn't die on the leap. And to see Ben sort of struggle through that as a response, that was really, really pretty cool stuff. I liked a lot the whole bit with Janice. They've had an antagonistic relationship. She's supposed to be helping, but they don't necessarily, she doesn't necessarily, and she doesn't work well with them. And to see her and Magic kind of go back and forth, that was pretty cool. I've wanted to see more of Janice and her involvement in all of this, especially Magic kind of talking about his relationship with Al and everything, and thinking that maybe they should have the same sort of situation, and her contention that that they have to kind of do whatever to stop the leaper or whatever. Maybe Ben has to stay stuck in the past in order to stop this evil leaper from getting what he wants. And I think it all ends well with, hopefully, Janice is still not a part of the team, but hopefully, we have 2 episodes to go. Hopefully she'll have a lot more to do with maybe, us getting to the bottom of what exactly this leap was all about and everything. And of course, I will be remiss if I didn't say something about, the mole in the project. Was not what I was expecting. I was looking left, right, and center at all the people, like who is giving it away, who's giving it away. But it's been obvious from the beginning that the mole, the person sharing information with the other team of leapers, it has to be someone who has all the info and a capability of giving that info away without giving themselves away. And every other character we know just doesn't seem likely. Even they tried to use Jen as a red herring, but instead, revealing that it's Ziggy, the supercomputer himself, or itself, that is the one that's feeding. So that there's an alternate universe or some kind of version of Ziggy that is in another timeline that's they're dealing again with evil leapers that are undoing good things, or in some cases we're not even sure if Martinez is trying to undo a good thing so much as using that situation to propel whatever plan forward. We don't know, but it is an interesting wrinkle that they can't even trust the supercomputer now. So what does that mean for Ben? What does that mean for the project? We're not sure yet, but I'm really interested in finding out. So overall, had a good time with this episode. It's not one of my top ones, but I had a good time, and I thought it told a good story. And I'm ready to see where these little revelations are going. So anyway, what did you guys think about this episode? What did you think about what I had to say? Get down to the comment section, leave your thoughts there. And of course, you can always hit me up, supernotfunnyshow@gmail.com or @supernotfunnys1 on Twitter. And do me a favor, get down there, hit like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. All that good stuff helps with the algorithm so that more people will see this channel and these videos. All right, all you Fabricants and Fleshbags, thanks for joining me. Come back next week. We got episode 17 of Quantum Leap. Until then, I've been Mo de Papay, your resident fabricant and comment extraordinaire on all things pop culture. And I'll see you guys on the other side of the thread. Peace.